back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
All right, well,
Let's go score. Let's get a field goal. Let's go get a field goal. Let's go get a field goal.
I don't think we're doing shit.
Let's go get a field goal.
After dominating the first half, we're going to go into halftime with a one-score fucking lead.
Flannel, let's go, man.
Winning natties isn't what we do at Michigan.
Whoa.
We fall short every single time.
Whoa. Flannel! Positive vibes!
I'm not going to be fucking positive right now. We had a chance to go ahead like 24-3 twice.
It's okay.
And failed.
It's okay.
And now it's 17-10. Michigan's not going to fucking score. They're going to knee it. They're going to fucking knee it to go into halftime. And then Washington's going to score to get the ball and start the third quarter. That's what's going to happen.
Flannel, if there's any negative vibes in the second half, you got to watch it out there.
I will watch it out there because I can't fucking stand this shit.
Anybody gonna see?
We don't do negative
vibes,
do we?
Sixers fan.
Do we? D-Mac,
You
no.
gotta dump that shit.
Come on, Flannel! Come on!
Hold it.
This is what adversity is! This is adversity, Flannel! Let's go! Wake
I
up!
wasn't meant to be happy.
Wait!
Oh, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big D Energy.
Hail to the victors! National Championship Big D! Tuesday, let's go!
I wasn't going to come in today. I sent a text earlier, D-Mac. My name is Neal, Ruhl, that guy, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty. We got Big Mike Gentry in the house. We got Spencer Raxter, who's had better days, in the house here today as well. He's not in trouble with the law this time or anything like that. But Spencer, credit to you.
Thank you.
Credit to you for standing here and being here and standing on business. I texted the morning show and I told them not going to be in holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything. I put it up on Twitter yesterday. It said, Michigan fans, take your victory lap. You guys deserve it. I still hate you. Go green. So
And that was very well said by you, I thought. We're going to get into it though, because there are some people, D-Mac, that are responsible for this that Michigan fans aren't going to like to hear.
No, they're not.
They're not.
And it's a good thing that we know we pulled Sam Flannel out of it. Yes, we will also show later on the victory celebrations and stuff like this. But I just want everybody to know that here in Michigan, as far as the football is concerned, that was just a prerequisite for Sunday for the NFL game, where everybody, whether you're a Sparty, whether you're Wolverine, whether you're a Chippewa, you're going to be all dialed in for this Detroit Lions game, and it's not going to be easy. So congratulations, you did it, Michigan. Everything. It actually, Neal, as I was saying, 34-13. It sort of played out the way that you sat here and dictated it would on Thursday.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later. The handicap was spot on.
Spot on.
I don't care what anybody says. The handicap was spot on. But we'll discuss that. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Get into that. No, yes, I'm wearing this shirt. Machiavelli sucks to go. Is Neal calling in sick? No, that's other people on this network that do that kind of stuff. That you get a text message, after they lose in the playoff, holiday, not going to be in.
Well,
I won't name names.
Listen, there's one guy that's allowed to do that, because he's probably still been up in Houston. Shout out to our boy Braylon Edwards, because I know that, I can't wait for the day that the Red Wings get back to the promised land, and I can probably guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you that, but I'd probably be coming in, but we'll being around. But it's a celebration day. And alumni, everybody, I mean, this is big. You finally went out and did what you were supposed to do, what people questioned that you could do, and you're national champions. And you know what? All of you should be peacocks today.
No, absolutely. And look, let me get this out there, and if I could commandeer the floor for a minute. There is one thing here, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to have jokes and everything like that. I did wear the shirt. I went to Walmart and got a T-shirt, just like everybody else did, so props to me. I'm a man of integrity, right, D-Mac? A man of accountability. I learned that from my friend Darren McCarty. But I do want this out there, and this isn't troll or anything like that. This is 100% legit, and I've talked about this before. But let's do this one real quick here. For everybody else in the media, for the Michigan State fans, Spenny, your people and stuff like that, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about asterisks. I don't want to hear about cheating. I don't want to hear about any of that, Because it doesn't matter. Because I watched them go on the stage last night, and I watched them give them the trophy, and I watched Michigan win a national championship. And for me, that's where it all stops. All of it. I don't care what happens 6 months from now, a year from now, a year and a half from now, because it doesn't matter. Because if it was so egregious, you would have stopped it from happening. And they didn't. And Michigan, they're the national champions. Period. End of story. No asterisk, no vacated wins. I watched it last night. I watched them get a trophy. I saw it with my own eyes. They're the national champions. Period. I don't care what happens a year from now, 18, but it doesn't matter. They're the national champions, D-Mac. Hard stop, period.
Hey, and now, being the national champions, like everybody else, usually we're talking about the SEC, except for Ohio State, is the fact that you got a target on your back now. So you're swimming in those waters, and you got this target, but you welcome it from everything back. So the fact is that you raise that national championship, like you said, we watched them do it. They got it done. Hats off to them. Hats off to them. Finally.
And I'll be consistent about it too, D-Mac. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they played. It doesn't matter. I did know this though, and it's fitting. I knew that the Big Ten team was not going to rise to the occasion on the national stage. Get Washington out of here. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They'll fit in. They'll fit in well, won't they?
Yep.
No, but seriously though, that's it, D-Mac. Like, they're the national. It doesn't matter who they played. It doesn't matter what the schedule was. I talked about the schedule forever. It was brilliant to do it this way.
So again, when you're looking back, yeah, absolutely, do it again.
Do it. I would never do it. I would never not do it
because
that
what
way.
was the question mark that you answered? Would you be ready for the
Yes.
big games? And you're only going to play 3 of them in the year, and it's a 3 at the end. Are you ready for them? And the answer is absolutely yes.
No, absolutely. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Adis 411 Neal, you got Wolverines gear on. Respect. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I rolled through Walmart. It was a great experience. There were lots of choices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna pay for the Rose Bowl one.
The one thing that I noticed, and I never noticed this before, right, is some of them say 2023 national championship, some say 2024 because it's in the new year, but it is technically the 2023, right, because it was played in this 23 season. Is that correct? You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So the Michigan Wolverines national championships in 2023 because it was the 2023 season, even though it was in 2024.
Correct.
Yeah, but some of them are besides that, right? So the 97 one was actually done in 98, where it's different than the Super Bowl.
Now I will say this. Here's where Kevin Pitzer says this, and here's where we get off the highway from each other. We were targeted all season with no evidence. Joke. Now, Kevin.
No.
Kevin, hold on here. Your coach got suspended twice. Now I don't ignore reality. Guess what? I don't care because he got away with it. So that's all that matters. Kevin, that's all that matters. This is how, and this is where I'll come back on the highway with the Michigan fans. This is how the SEC had done it for years. And when I talked about them, it never mattered to them. They just went and did it. And D-Mac, you know when this all started, right? You know when this all started. And it's funny because I hear everybody like do the cheeseburger bit. And remember, guys, I just said there are no asterisks. There are no cheaters. There's none of that. You know when this started, and he got suspended for it at the beginning of the year, the illegal recruiting contact during the COVID dead period, right?
Yeah, it was J.J. McCarty.
And he was talking to J.J. McCarthy. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So to you and I then, the decision by Harbaugh to swim in these waters was made way before actually proving it to us, right? Right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, but when you go back and look at the pieces, because this is back to the COVID, where he said, okay, if we're going to win, we got to swim in deeper waters.
And he did.
And when you hear interviews, right, you hear Aiden Hutchinson talk about losing different games right around that time frame, that they had to do things different. I think it was the whole thing about the signs that Ohio State, legal, like everybody wasn't complaining about it, but it was like we got to find a way to be better at the fringe areas, because that's what the championships team in this country do.
This is what I've said about Michigan. Look, our disconnect, D-Mac, you coined this before. Our disconnect, and my disconnect with Michigan people was, you said the phrase, you expect more. You expect more from the program than they do, which, as we saw from Sam Flannel, I guess is somewhat accurate.
I was sitting there and you know what? Like I said last night a few times, I said Sam Flannel's got more lives than a cat. I mean, he was like chloroformed himself a couple times. We had to take blood pressure, but it's the ups and downs, right? I guess it's to understand now. If you know, right? Here's the thing: the transparency. Like, if you have a guy that like a Jim Harbaugh that's gonna do that and go to the no matter what it costs, even if it costs him sitting out 6 games, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day he realized I need this national
championship. That's what I called for all the time with Michigan. All the time.
So are people, I guess in the chat thread, my question is, are you as a Michigan fan now that you have the national championship, does any of this matter?
No.
Because it shouldn't. You should be sitting here high on the hog today.
You're going to get the T-shirts. You're going to get the hats. You're going to go into Walmart and get your Michigan T-shirt, just like I did. And you're going to have the hats, and you're going to have the memories, and you're going to have the credit card bill from the trip to the Rose Bowl. You're going to have all of it. And it's going to stick with you for a long time, and it should, because you won. I don't care how they got there. They went across the stage, and they got the trophy. They're the champions. There's nothing I can say. Like, everyone's sitting here going, why, I wonder what Neal's going to say. I wonder if Neal's going to show up for work. I am a man of my word. What am I going to say? They won. They won. Now, we'll get into it a little bit. I hate that this week is compressed the way that it is. Like, with the Lions game coming up, that basically...
I'm cool with it.
Donovan Edwards! No, but Spenny, I know you're cool with it, but I don't like that because we're all going to be compressed for time here because that is the one thing. I know the morning show, they basically talk Michigan the whole time. I disagree with them philosophically. There was Detroit Supremacy, I think it was in the chat, was like, are we going to talk Lions at all? Yes, second hour we're going to talk Lions. There is no doubt about that. We're gonna have DeMondre Moore on, our guy, played for Dan Campbell. We're gonna talk about the Lions playoff game with him. We have the Rest in Peace Tuesday segment as well. I'm going first. So we'll get into all that for sure. There is no question about it. But we are going to talk about this. MPWMU. I'm more of a Coles-Meyer Wolverine fan. That's fair. That's,
Is that Wolverine light? Or is that more bougie? Is that, I don't understand. Which way?
Well, it depends on how much Coles cash you have at hand. If you're in there making it rain with Coles cash,
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But there are some things that I do want to discuss, and you guys get your victory lap in the end, definitely, because you guys won. Now there is some inequalities I've been noticing out there from the people, and I had this conversation with Sam Flannel. We should see if Flannel wants to pop on to answer for that.
I'm all about it. It's his day. He should be. He should be. But he should be doing interviews all over the state.
I want to run some things by him, and we talked about it beforehand. I do have some differences. Spenny, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm chilling.
Did a little piece of your soul die?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. But it is what it is. Can't say anything.
Yeah.
They did it.
Real cream of wheat. I think the NCAA is a joke. I agree with that. College football playoff is also a joke. FSU should have gotten in. Well, the streets are littered with that kind of stuff, right? Like, I think it's criminal. Georgia lost 1 game in 3 years, and they were out. I think that's egregious too. But all that's over because now everyone will be in, and away we go. So but there is some discussion. The Harbaugh thing is relevant. We'll touch on that. There's a lot of stuff to get to, D-Mac. Let's just say it like that. And number one, if you're going to go to a parade, you want to make sure your hair's looking tight.
Absolutely. Only one place to go. You got to go to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, award-winning haircut experience. You can also register to win the trip of your dreams, all expenses paid. Suite to the 2024 NCAA basketball tourney. That's right, no expense paid for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Dreaming of buying a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates has the best offer for you. They will offer you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true. Unhinged. I love it.
Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter. Talking Michigan National Championship and their dominating win over Washington. The WoodwardSports.com chat thread obviously is electric. There are some divergences that I have. And guys, if you missed the first segment, I would highly suggest you go back to it because I laid it all out. National media, all this. I don't want to hear about asterisks, cheating, any of that stuff. They won the game. They dominated. They got a trophy last night. It was all there. We saw it happen, D-Mac. There's no going back.
No, there isn't. You did what you needed to do, and you did it pretty handedly. And I don't care how many passes J.J. McCarty completed or whatever like that. The job is to win the game. They won the game. Did what he needed to do. I thought his biggest play of the game was his run. We were talking about that.
It was their only third down conversion of the night. They were 1 for 10 on third down.
You can right. If you're going to break down stats, that's what you do. If you're looking to draft them and the efficiency, but as a team, they got the job done.
They got the job done, man.
And at no point, I did not feel like Sam Flannel. I just felt like it was like they had a grasp.
I felt like it was a minor inconvenience, Washington was. That's how I felt about it, like a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, a little bit more than that as they hung around. But the fact is that, I don't know how many times we said it last night, don't be the smartest guy in the room, right? And when Michigan's offense continued to run and pound it and then did what they needed to do, especially on first and second down, they were efficient, especially late in the game. And to be able to take that game out of hand and right, to be able, I don't care what it is, but to have that pick when they did that's execution. The way that Michigan finished that game is what we're looking forward to for the Lions to do now, too. Because at the end of the day, it's 34-13. You think anybody's breaking down tape? No, it was about winning the championship.
Well, speaking of not being the smartest guy in the room, we welcome in one half of the Morning Woodward duo, a former integral part of this show as well. Of course, he is Sam Flannel. Heard mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. here on Morning Woodward. Sam Flannel, let me publicly tell you this.
Yes.
Congratulations on your team's national title. I did exactly like you. I'm a man of integrity. I went to Walmart. I got a T-shirt. If only for a day, if only for 2 hours.
Yes.
I'm a part of this too, Flannel, with you. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's this must be what true bliss and relaxation feels like as a fan, and that's what you can feel when your team wins the national championship, especially after falling short the last couple of years, having some, I would say, down years during my years as a fandom with the Rich Rod and Brady Hoke era. This is what makes it all worth it. It's total and complete bliss. It's like a 100,000-pound weight off my shoulders, even just as a fan.
Okay, and look, I do want to take the rest of this segment, and we'll flower it up.
Yeah.
We'll do. But there are some comments in the chat that I want to run by you because they are what we talked about before the show today. So we're gonna get to that. But for right now, Sam Flannel, kind of your reaction to what our discussion just was, where I don't want to hear it, man, from national media, from Michigan State fans. Central Michigan fans all root for Michigan, as do Eastern fans and Western fans. So you won't hear it from any of them.
And fans and Great Valley fans.
Big day for Ferris State alums across social media. I'm kidding, but am I? But anyway, though, Flannel, kind of your reaction to that stance, though, because look, for me, I saw it happen last night. It's over. Like, you can go back and vacate wins all you want. Doesn't matter.
So one of the reasons why this win was so important, even if it's just for perception and everything, is that, and that's one of the reasons I was so distraught when I thought Michigan had an opportunity to really take control of the game early and only had a 7-point halftime lead, is the fact that Michigan won this game, the fact that they won a national championship. There's nothing you can really say. And if you try to say anything, if you bring up certain things, I can just look at you and just say, I don't care because I saw it happen as well. If Michigan would have lost, like, that's the type of game where legacy, perception, everything is on the line. If Michigan would have lost, every single person who had shut up for a week when Michigan beat Alabama would have had all off season, all next season, all until Michigan were to actually get it done to just chirp, 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 and now they can't say anything. And I feel a lot of comfort in that, and I don't even care when anybody says asterisk because I saw it happen. I watched this whole season. I've been at the Big House several times. I'm 100% in lockstep with you on that.
I got a question for you, Sam,
yes.
And actually for you too, Mikey, because you're a Michigan, diehard Michigan fan. What today, this morning, having this national championship in your lifetime, being a part of it, feeling as much of a part of it as a fan as you can, what's the best feeling or the best, thing? The fact, because let me use an example. When we won in 97, right? First time since 55, 42 years to be a part of that team growing up, cheering. It was a little bit different growing up cheering that team, but to be able to get the monkey off the back. Is sitting here this morning the biggest thing that you don't have to hear about half your national championship? Is that number one for you? Or what? Tell me what, being a Michigan fan, what the best part is this morning.
I mean, that's absolutely a huge part of it. Not having to hear you can't get it done in the big games, TCU, half a national championship since face mask and all of that. And for the record, I'm not going to compare being a fan and being a media personality to actually being on the team, D-Mac. I appreciate you for equating the two. But yeah, that's the big thing.
I appreciate you for understanding the difference.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
Appreciate it. That's where we see eye to eye. People think that we don't get along. We get along just fine.
Yeah, but it's also just, as you say often, D-Mac, the journey of being at this network, getting to be on air for the whole season, getting to experience all of the highs and lows with everybody at the watch party, including you, Darren McCarty. It was a lot of fun, and then getting to, instead of having to answer for a failure, instead of having to answer for TCU like I did last year, I can now say Michigan are the champions right now. I think that's the biggest part. The relief, the weight off my shoulders, the not having to really even listen when people try to say anything. That's what I think is the best part.
What about you, Mikey?
No, I would say along the same lines, just finally getting the job done, and like you said, not having to hear about falling short and like having a tragic loss like TCU and just falling apart. Just getting the job done and the journey to get there. It was total team effort, and the defense really showed up last night, and feels good, man. It feels good.
Flannel, did you really not believe anymore in that clip that we played to open the show, rolling into halftime? Did you really think that the battleship was sunk?
Thing against Alabama.
I don't like when it feels like your team should be ahead by double digits, 20, 21 or something like that, and they're only ahead 7 and Washington was getting the ball. I didn't think they were necessarily going to lose. You
sounded like you thought they were going to lose.
Okay. I knew, and this is maybe me being a little bit selfish, I knew what today would be like for me if Michigan would have blown it. Like I said, the Alabama win in the Rose Bowl.
So you never thought about before halftime,
yeah,
during that rant, After you got done with it and you sat back down on the couch, did you ever think to yourself, I know what I'll do. I'll send a text in and just say holiday and not show up?
Well, the evidence that you have that says that I wouldn't is that last year I took all of the bullets on on our show at the time, Big D Energy, and then me and Spencer Raxter, I had to do round 2 on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz last year.
Why did you have to go on their show?
Well, because they weren't.
It was Ermanni and Edwards with Maz without Ermanni, Edwards, and Maz.
That was a great Spencer Raxter line.
Well, they all took a holiday.
Yeah, it was being flannel.
But they'll be here today.
They more than likely. Braylon probably won't. He's
Braylon
probably
won't be, but
okay.
Yeah. No, but that was the thing. Of course, I would have shown up, but I would have had to take every single bullet, and I guess I wanted a relaxed second half instead of one where it felt like it was a game. Because remember, Michigan didn't really put the game away until the fourth quarter was like halfway over. Michigan's offense really stalled out in the second half. It's just their defense continued to hold firm every single time. So it was, when you looking back, it was never really in question, but at the time, I was just so nervous. I'm not going to lie. I cracked a little bit, as you could see.
Yeah.
As you could see.
It was funny to me, too, because in the game, like those moments, right, when Penix missed that throw that went off the – like those are the things, those always sink you. Always. Because in order to do that, you have to be great on a big stage. You can't have that. Yeah. Especially when you're going against a team that's better than you. Michigan was better than Washington. Top to bottom, they were a better football team. And when we were breaking this thing down, D-Mac, I said Michigan would have to help Washington out. Not only did they not, Washington helped them out. And Penix was just regular yesterday. He wasn't this superstar that we had painted him to be. He was just a regular dude that missed a couple of throws and didn't get a ton of help. And Michigan broke them down.
You nailed it when last week, if you go back to Thursday, did you not? What you made Penix look like was in the middle of the season. Would he play Arizona State or Oregon State? Or
yes.
They made him look. That's what Michigan made him look. And what for everybody for the only person, Katz, this is for you. That JJ was 10 of 18. You know what JJ did the most important? Right? We mentioned it earlier. The only third down conversion was when he ran, and he didn't turn the ball over. They didn't turn the ball over, which is huge. You know, you get this. This is the sort of game. Now you need Jared Goff to be more efficient on Sunday, right, with more passing attempts because he will. But you need him to take care of the ball, and that's the biggest difference. And Michigan's defense, right? What did we say? Right? It was going to be the best offense that this defense faced, and this defense was the best defense's offense facing. Who came out shining? Look at those boys in blue. They had them dominated the whole game, and whether it was Minter and just like more of like that pro style, like you saw more of what you saw against Alabama, and the disguises and stuff like that, and they made Penix more uncomfortable than most other teams had all year.
Real quickly, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Big Dan Davis, welcome to the Woodward crew, by the way. You guys have any clue how the 12-team playoff format will work out next year? It's at the top 12 teams that will make it. Just to kind of quickly blow through that for you, each of the 6 conference champions will get an automatic spot. They will be in. There will be, I believe, 5 wild card spots, and there'll be one group of 5 team. That, like the best group of 5 team will make it. The top 4 will get byes. The other 8 teams will play on campus sites. Obviously, the lower seed at the higher seed. And then when they get to the quarterfinals, they'll do the bowl situation again. You know, Fiesta, Peach, Rose, and Sugar that were that this year. Next year, your quarterfinals will be the Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. And the semifinals will be the Fiesta Bowl and the Peach Bowl. So that's how that will all work out. Flan, I do have a couple of questions. You got one more segment in you? I know you've been partying hard.
I got you.
You know you've been partying hard, but we're certainly going to get to it all. And last night, everybody, I hope that you were watching the game at Hamlin Pub because you were taking advantage of the game day specials because there was Michigan sports on. Go to HamlinPubs.com. There's 7 Metro Detroit locations. They all slap, everybody. We do all our fantasy drafts at Hamlin Pub. They're one of the best sports bars going around town. Again, go to HamlinPubs.com. It is the place, Hamlin Pub, where everybody's a regular.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Neal Ruhl here for Feldman Automotive. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And make sure you catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. It's Feldman Automotive. All right, we're keeping it pushing here. National Championship Tuesday for the Michigan Wolverines.
More
Neal Ruhl.
importantly, Mark D'Antonio inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame.
That is true.
Shout out Mark D'Antonio.
I loved your prep yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, what are we going to talk about? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Sparty on.
Amon St. Brown dyed his hair.
Yeah.
Love it.
We got photos.
Hard-hitting stuff.
Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter here with you, Big Mike Gentry, and, of course, Sam Flannel from the Morning Woodward Show. All right, now, Flannel, we've done that, D-Mac. We've given out the accolades and all that kind of stuff. This is – I have a couple of comments here where they kind of lose me, and I go off the highway. Number one, real cream of wheat. Michigan didn't win because of Harbaugh. They won despite his ass. Now, Flannel, let me step in on this one here. No. You won because of the players you have and because Jim Harbaugh is one of the best football coaches in America. That's not placating or anything. I've said that forever. Michigan won because of Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh overcame Michigan and the Michigan culture there. Something I've talked about for years with them. Flannel, that's foolishness right there.
Well, it absolutely is foolishness. If you want to talk about somebody who really accentuated their legacy, what about Jim Harbaugh? He is now a championship-winning coach, and everything. And I think now that he's won one with Michigan, his hire prior to the 2015 season is the greatest hire in the history of Michigan sports. He has officially restored Michigan to something that is better than anything they've ever done before. So Jim Harbaugh, best coach in Michigan history, best football figure in the history of Michigan football. They should rename Schembechler Hall Harbaugh Hall, and I'm not fucking kidding.
They should.
Him and Steve Fisher.
Yeah, but...
Him and Steve Fisher.
I know, but you could say that Steve Fisher that year...
That year what?
He in the middle of the season. It was Bill Frieder's team. But, I'm not discrediting it. I'm not discrediting it at all, but I would put Harbaugh over Steve Fisher. If they would have won one with the Fab Five, then I think Steve Fisher would have cleared. But they did not. So give me Jim Harbaugh. That's I think that's fair.
I think it's the opposite, actually. He galvanized his team.
He took a 6 seed, won a national title.
Fair.
People
100%.
act like Frieder had the Fab Five. He did.
Fair.
But whatever. It's debatable.
Yeah. But Harbaugh, we're talking about Harbaugh, right? He galvanized his team. You look at when I always talk about the locker room,
this
the culture,
program, D-Mac, the program.
But everybody was bought in, right? Us against them. It doesn't matter what it is. Taking all this, all the scouting, the Connor scouting stuff and eating it on the chin and then getting his guys to believe that it don't matter. It's who's got it better than us, and it's that mentality that he's done, and that's the coaching job that he's done. I think that if you look down to the X's and O's, Sherrod Moore and Jesse Minter are the MVPs of the play calling and the design and stuff like this, the program. But Jim Harbaugh, as the head coach, has galvanized and brought this team sort of together of what we always look and see what Kirby Smart in Georgia and Nick Saban in Alabama and all these other big coaches. He's got it there now, and for sure it was us against them. Whether it's Michigan versus whatever they believed it. Whether it doesn't matter, guys. It's irrelevant if it's true. If they believe that's all of them on the same page, and you can't tell me right down to the water boy on the same page.
And D-Mac, that's a great point. I mean, I've thought about it, obviously, but just until you illustrated that was a masterclass by Jim Harbaugh to take all that.
See,
right?
I played for the greatest psychologist, not just greatest coach. Okay, he's the greatest coach, Scotty Bowman. But it was his psychology that you learn, and as you got older, and even as a player as you got older, right? But a lot of stuff, just like parents and things that as human beings we do not apply until usually it's too late. Oh, if I would have only done that, wisdom, whatever like this. What he got is for them to grasp it, and it took time. When I look back and it's always, you look for not the right or wrong, the why, where Jim Harbaugh took 5 years, 4 or 5 years to get his program in place, because this is smudging the lines and doing everything at the top level like every other top team does. He finally figured out a way to do it, despite, right, Neal? This is what you always say. In fact, of whatever roadblocks the university itself put in front of him,
he got over them all. And now he's taken to the other promised land. So now what happens, right? Everybody goes, oh, well, his way's better. So now the university. You look at more support. So if and we're not talking about him coming back or leaving or whatever like this, but if he comes back, you best believe he's got to have the utmost support of the university, no matter what he does. Or I would think he's not coming back. You would think.
But this not right. You would think that this puts him in the driver's seat of dictating, or one of the reasons why he might leave. When we talk about that, there's also two other things, but the bottom line right now, what we're talking about, Jim Harbaugh, that's his culture. To what Sam said, and I agree, Sam. The hire makes sense now. It's a lot along the likes of it took Steve Eisman 14 years to win a championship.
And that absolutely is fair. Flannel, I am with you though. Like the Schembechler stuff. He's elevated way over Bo Schembechler.
Yeah, and it's not. I'm not even like trying to. It's not even an anti-Schembechler thing when it comes to on the field. It's more of a just pro. He got it done. He won a national championship. Bo Schembechler famously was terrible in Rose Bowls in the postseason. That's just the facts. But Jim Harbaugh, he has also exercised some postseason and bowl game demons himself with actually winning one. So kudos to him.
All right, Flannel. This one here, Adiz 411. Rest in peace, SEC football. Can we pump the brakes on that a little bit, though,
sure,
Flannel?
Sure. No, yeah, that's fair. Although I'm not saying rest in peace SEC football, but Alabama, one of the powerhouses. Like I said, I've never been impressed with the team that they rolled out in terms of offensive skill position players and quarterback, and I think that proved in the college football playoff. But they still have Georgia, probably the best team in the SEC, but they effed around and lost to Alabama. So no, give it a couple more years. But the fact that it was Michigan and Washington, that was I'm not saying the SEC is trending down, but their air of invincibility, I think, has taken a slight hit, if that makes sense.
So we are claiming Washington then.
What do you mean?
Washington being in there last night, the Big Ten, they are claiming that then.
No, it's not that they're in the Big Ten. It's that they're not in the SEC. That's what it was. But they are in the Big Ten coming forward, yes.
Well, I told you Big Ten wouldn't be able to get it done in the biggest moment. They continued that.
Hey, Michigan.
How many times did I say it last night? But I thought, shocker that the national championship was supposed to be entertaining. That was an entertaining game. It wasn't a blowout and stuff like this. I mean, Flannel took it to extremes, but things were up in the air until the fourth quarter and stuff like that. So I thought it was, I thought that the playoffs this year was entertaining, all the games. I was entertained.
Flannel, is Harbaugh back? Is Harbaugh the Michigan coach next week? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I hate to give you this answer, but I'm just going to tell you how I feel. As of right now, I don't know and I don't care. I'm still in celebratory mode.
But see, but Flannel, and again, this is where you lose me on the highway one more time. Okay? You get to have the party and the parade and buy the T-shirts again and all that kind of stuff. But with that being said, to me, and I know everyone's lathered up in the Sharon Moore butter right now. I understand that. However,
that's a gross thought.
Jim Harbaugh has proven that he is capable of overcoming the things that are in his way at Michigan, and we've talked about those many, many times. Why can't Michigan bring him back? Why do you slide it out there that there's a 10-year, $125 million contract? Why not 175? Why not give him NFL money? Texas A&M did it with Jimbo Fisher. They did it. Why can't Michigan do that? 10 years, $200 million, $20 million a year, like he'll probably get to go coach in the NFL. Why can't they do it?
Well, the funny thing, too, is about the whole Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher is Jimbo Fisher had won before, but not at Texas A&M. And, of course, we all know Jimbo Fisher was not a success at Texas A&M. Michigan has won – Jim Harbaugh has won big with Michigan as recently as last night and then the year before and the year before that, winning Big Ten championships. I would like to see it. I would like to see him basically be a blank check kind of coach. But like I said, right now – and I know if you ask me this question in a month or so, I'll be able to give a better answer. I'm just focused on being very, very grateful for what Jim Harbaugh has brought to Michigan and for what he's accomplished so far. But obviously, moving forward, Jim Harbaugh is the best option. He's one of the best football coaches on earth. That's just facts at any level.
No, he is. Yeah. And he has been.
Yeah.
And he will continue to be.
Sure.
And especially now that he's got this checked off the resume. He's in that Pete Carroll era.
We were talking about it in our group chat yesterday with all the boys in the back. We got our own group chat where things get weird. But we were talking about the Harbaugh thing, and Brady and some other guys were saying, the trend for NFL coaches now is young assistants, young offensive minds. And I was like, does the success Dan Campbell had and is having, does that kind of sway NFL owners a little bit more to go to that leader of men route and let them grab their young offensive mind? I think that plays a factor into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's pro sports are a copycat business, man. Everybody just chases whatever just worked. They always do that. Mm-hmm. They always do that. So, I don't understand how Michigan could let him go without a fight.
Sure.
Like it's up to Jim Harbaugh, obviously. But how are you not?
Yeah, if you're Michigan, you offer him a lifetime contract. You give him the LeBron Nike deal.
Yeah, I don't unless you already know that he's not going to be back, But even then, I would especially do it then, D-Mac, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
And I will say this too, and I do want, before we let you go, I do want your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Because Michigan fans, can thank me for making this a reality. Number one, I'm kidding. But B, Ward Manuel, because their freezing cold takes was on fire last night on social media from the Dave Portnoys and all the Michigan men out there with the Fire Harbaugh tweets from 2019 was absolute fire. And I know you were on that train too, Sam Flannel.
I was.
You were.
Yep.
Okay.
Flannel's very reactionary.
You think?
Why isn't Ward Manuel getting any kudos right now? Because he stood firm. He stood firm.
No,
and with all the other programs melting down at Michigan.
You know why? Because
he
never says anything. So why don't say anything now? Just keep quiet. He's always quiet, isn't he?
I don't think he had a choice, because who are you going to go get?
No, but what I'm saying is just keep being quiet, because you've never come out when anything's gone on to stand in front of it and so don't do it now, because then it just won't look. Your accountability will just be shot.
Well, I think that's what it is, D-Mac, is that just Ward Manuel is somebody who, to us Michigan fans today, seems relatively irrelevant. I don't think of Ward Manuel as much. But the fact that Michigan won a national championship and have had all of this recent success, everybody deserves a piece of the pie of credit. There's nobody who you can come in today and be like, F this guy didn't play well, or our AD sucks or anything like that. Today is the day to just everybody gets their flowers, everybody gets their praise, and now Michigan players. I mean, when you talk about the Michigan players and coaches and everything, Bill Parcells said, now you can never say that you can't do it. And that's what everybody within Michigan, their organization, players, coaches, athletic directors can now say that and hold their head up high, even if it is somebody who's been a controversial figure like Ward Manuel.
So Sam, even the role players get credit on this championship team?
I never said you didn't get credit, D-Mac. Yes.
Oh, shit.
I'm just wondering, because it just sounds like everybody gets flowers.
Is this championship just as much of Cornelius Johnson's championship as it is Mikey Sanderson's?
No, it is not.
Hold on. Hold on.
Always being consistent.
Was Cornelius Johnson the one that was in the cast walking out to the coin toss?
No, that was Rashawn Benny.
Who was that?
Rayshawn Benny.
Because when he walked out, I said to Flannel, I go, "Oh, dude, Flannel," and he goes, "Irrelevant."
Yeah. Does Zach Zinner get a stake in this championship, Flannel?
Yes, he does, because during this season, he was the best guard in college football. I know he got hurt. It was something that was out of his control, but yes. And everybody obviously gets a piece of the pie, but if you're asking me if, say, Cornelius Johnson or Samaj Morgan, they're just as a level of a champion as, say, Blake Corum or Mikey Sanders still, I'm like, hell to the no. You can all be happy. You can all say that you were a contributor, but there's levels to this. And I'll stay consistent.
That's fair.
All right. Well, Flannel, congratulations. As I said in the back, now part of that SEC thing you've gotten. You've gotten to that Auburn level. Now you just got to finish it. You got to chase down Ohio State since high-definition television. You got to continue that. And then the next stop is the Georgias and the Bamas of the world. Right?
Well,
you're on your way.
You can never say, though, that Michigan is just Big Ten good anymore.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Yep.
Flannel, do Stallions get a ring?
Yes. He was on staff, right?
I don't care.
Yes, he gets a ring.
Go ahead, give him one.
Sure. He should.
100%
he
should.
Yeah.
Like, I would be critical of them if they didn't.
Yeah.
He was at the Rose Bowl, too.
He was. Well, I mean, Winovich brought him to the Rose Bowl, which is funny.
That is funny.
I thought for sure I'd see him popping caps.
He had to be there.
Popping tops in the champagne.
I guarantee he was there somewhere. He was in Houston for sure.
So there it is.
Congrats, Flannel.
Congrats, Sam Flannel. Sam Flannel, everybody. Now go home and go to sleep.
Shoot, I got like 2 hours last night, so yeah, I probably should.
You deserve this, Flannel.
Thank you, Spenny.
All right.
Spenny, actually now, while I have like 30 seconds, I would actually congratulate you sincerely if your basketball team goes and wins a national championship this year. I'm not going to root for you guys, but you're one of the. Yes,
that's such an underhanded compliment. Like, dude, when the wheels are so falling off the bus right now,
we're gonna win the Frozen Four.
There you go. You got a great goaltender.
Nah, but you guys always lose at Northwestern, so that's. I think you guys will be fine.
Thank you.
There it is.
All right.
The Premier Pet Supply, Spenny.
Premier Pet Supply. Obviously, it's the best place to go. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the big box chains and online retailers, with one major difference: family owned and locally operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff for the first playoff win Sunday. 31 years. A gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. My buddy Mike Gentry told me that because he enjoyed one after the national championship last night. Find them at Dispo Dispenser for 25% off. Code word Woodward Glorious, or go to www.gloriouscana2ns.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well, scheduled to be joined by our guy, DeMontre Moore. He'll be coming up right around noon. We'll talk the NFL playoffs with him. He played for Dan Campbell, and we're gonna discuss that. The big moments coming up. Lions down to a 3-flat favorite now. Not a lot of faith in the Lions right now in the business community. Speaking of the business community, the College Football National Championship odds are out for next year. Georgia is the favorite at plus 450. Alabama, second favorite at plus 500. Ohio State, third favorite at plus 750. Michigan is plus 900. So that is the status of the business community as we get ready to roll into that. But Spenny, Mark D'Antonio in the College Football Hall of Fame, huh?
Yep. I mean, he deserves it. Shout out to Coach D. You know, he's the winningest coach in school history. He had a lot of success there. He had a Rose Bowl championship, a Cotton Bowl championship, multiple Big Ten championships. Made it to the Final Four. Obviously, didn't end out too well when we got there. But no, shout out to Coach D. He deserves it for sure. A lot of my most fond memories of Spartan football are under his tutelage.
How easy is it to get into the College Football Hall of Fame? Is this is every like?
No, it's not like the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you gotta actually have to do something. Yeah, other than just be around for a long time. Well, if you're around a super long time, you'll get in. Okay. Did they put Bo Schembechler in?
Probably. I'd assume he's in. I don't know.
So yeah, you can be there for a super long time, I guess, and get in. I shouldn't say that. I have a Walmart shirt on today, so I probably shouldn't say that. But what? I'm a man of my word.
You are a man of your word.
Tone.
Yeah, but get your thoughts out there. The WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And Big Dan Davis, congrats, Spenny, on Mark D going to the College Football Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
So there's that.
I'm happy for him. He's a great guy, great coach. He deserved it.
Mr. K. Wells
for Jonathan Smith to cement his legacy.
Mr. K. Wells 4, 2 comments later says F State. So there's that out there.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's out there as well. We are going to get into the Lions, though, second hour of the show. And also we have our Rest in Peace segment that's coming up. And
oh, man.
What's that?
I got something brewing.
Do we need to go to a commercial break, Spenny?
No, it's all right. It's all right. I can thug through it for the interview, but I might have to call an audible after that. Get somebody in here.
Just kind of final words about the game last night, D-Mac. It's, it was one of those things where even at a one-score game, even at Michigan's offense stalling out, I didn't share Sam Flannel's sentiments, D-Mac, and I think you and I are kind of in lockstep about this. We know what Sam Flannel was. How was the rest of the watch party? Because I never thought for a second Michigan was in not in any danger whatsoever.
No, I mean, it was like when Sam brings up points, like there are legitimacy to the points about I think everybody around the whole country that was a Michigan fan was like, come on, guys, you can put this game out of hand and it's sort of whether it was the offense sputtering or whatever else. But No, Booner. I gotta give Booner a shout out.
Booner's the man
for keeping it positive. But there was no. I mean, new guy Kenny was here. Kool-Aid was here. You know, Broder. Everybody sort of had that. We're in charge of this game, right? As long as we do not, make those mistakes. And I thought everybody else was more comfortable and more confident than what Sam Flannel was. But the emotion, what'd you say, Spenny? Flannel's an emotional.
Yeah, he's reactive.
Yeah. Yes, definitely
reactionary.
Reactionary. So my whole point, and like I was saying to the guys yesterday, you think it's going to be any easier come Sunday when we're all invested with the line? No, it's going to be even worse. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to go with the ebbs and the flows, right, of the game. And at the end of the day, hopefully make more plays. But
as we all get back on the highway together for Sunday night, I think all of us.
Right. And I think this, to answer your question, when Sam snapped, we all looked at each other and went, we're up, right? We're still up 7.
They did the same thing against Bama. At least they were down against Bama, but it's still there's 8 minutes left and it was a 7-point game and it looked like somebody just died in here. I was in the chat. I was like, bro, you guys, there's a lot of time left. It's a 1-score game. But
but again,
it worked for them both times.
Here's the thing: new positions, right? New situations. You just went through a new one, right? Learning how to finish the job, right? We're still in our Lions fandom looking for that on coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
100%. But
I'm going to be a mess on Sunday.
You'll be Sam Flannel. And you know what? More of us than care to admit.
I'm going to be a mess.
That we will be Sam Flannel.
It's going to be an emotional.
Oh, on the inside.
Coaster.
Oh yeah, it's gonna.
More of us than care to admit.
How about these fucking losers all over Twitter and Instagram?
You can't boo Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's such a good guy.
He is the enemy.
Stop. Second hour.
Okay, that shit pisses me off.
Second hour.
Somebody wrote a fucking vows to him on Twitter the other night. Like, John Matthew Stafford, you've done. I was the fucking.
Tomorrow.
I can't say the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tomorrow. I will touch on it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fair. Top 5 tomorrow. What's
our
top 5?
What's the top 5 tomorrow?
Top 5.
Is it Slappies?
Woodward Slappies.
Okay, yeah.
Apropos
of anything.
Yes.
Just biggest slappies to whatever
biggest
else.
Biggest slappies. Right. Tomorrow I will address the Matt Stafford crowd.
Do we have to put what they're slapping towards?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. But Spenny, I promise you, this one will be it.
Yeah.
Of all the clips and everything that's ever been done, wait for tomorrow. Wait.
Show us.
Oh, don't worry, Rose.
That shit pisses me off, man.
I do. Oh.
Don't boo Matthew Stafford.
Oh, by the way, I should have sent you the video. Rick Ross rolled out in the lowrider at the Miami Dolphins game pregame and jumped out and sang. It didn't help him, but whatever. Hey, Planet Fitness will help you. However, we're live at the Planet Fitness Studios, home of the judgment-free zone, squeaky clean facilities. And guys, I've told you about this. There's a bunch of corporate taglines to talk about here. Here's the deal. I've been there 3 years. I'll never join another gym. Never. Because Planet Fitness has everything I need. And I don't pay $90, $100, $110 a month for it. I don't do it. Black Card, $24.99 a month. Boom. I can go to anyone in the world. I get access to all the amenities. I can bring a guest. I basically own Planet Fitness for $25 a month, guys. What are you doing if you're out there paying $100 for a gym membership? It's dumb. PlanetFitness.com. Join there. Pull in the parking lot. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. Join there. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Neal Ruhl here for Fairway Packing Company for a long time, over 60 years as a matter of fact. Fairway Packing's provided pretty much every nice hotel, restaurant, casino with all the great steaks you're eating when you go out to eat. How about you do that from your own home? Because you can do that. All you got to do is go to the Grab and Go Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. Go to fairwaypacking.com, get the exact location. Guys, I did this with ribeyes, the greatest ribeyes I've ever had that I've ever made personally in my life. Fairway Packing Company. Brought them home, seasoned them up, slapped them on the grill. Away we went, and it was incredible. Fairway Packing Company, everybody. Again, if you've eaten a good steak, it's been from Fairway Packing Company. Keeping it pushing here towards the second hour of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, and Darren McCarty, and Spencer Raxter, and Big Mike Gentry here in the house. Big Mike Gentry going aggressive with the Michigan basketball hoodie.
Honestly, I just like this hoodie a lot, and yeah, I don't know. I have tons of Michigan stuff, but just pick this one. I even brought you in the jersey for you to wear today, but you know, you went out of your way to Walmart.
I did. I stopped by. It was a fun experience.
I'm proud of you. I am.
I did feel that like it was so easy to just roll into Walmart and do what the fans do.
Did you feel like you walked in a man who lives in South Warren's shoes for a day? I mean, you came off your pedestal.
No, I went to the one in Rochester.
Okay, but I mean, like going to Walmart to buy Michigan gear.
Oh, I had never done it before.
Yeah,
and it was pretty easy.
Shout out South Dub.
I was
born and raised.
Mean Streets.
Mean Streets of South Dub.
No, I was surprised how easy it was. Detroit Dabber 313. BMG likes that hoodie because it's the softest one he has. Is that true?
Like his hands.
It's very warm too, and it's freezing outside right now.
It is gross outside.
Where's the snow?
How about
I don't
that
know.
right in?
It pissed me off.
I thought I was going to wake up to snow.
I hate rain.
I thought I was going to wake up to snow.
I'd rather it snow.
I hate this weather.
Yeah.
Gotham City.
Brutal.
Yeah, honestly.
You can't do nothing.
Can't do anything.
You know what this weather does? It messes up my outside bird feeder for my squirrels and stuff, for the cat, because, I mean, yeah, I got to make alterations.
Yeah. I'm with you, D-Mac.
Big time problems, Neal.
No, it is. No, it is. It's nasty outside. It sucks. And, again, we're 0 for 1 already. 2 to 4 inches of snow. Yeah? Look at it.
Yeah, I saw, like, schools getting closed on Saturday. I was like, you guys are fucking soft, man. We barely. Now I feel like old guy. Like,
you ready to drop that? You ready?
That right there made me feel like old guy.
Did you almost drop the 2 miles uphill both ways in the snow?
I almost did.
Wow.
I almost did. I'm not gonna lie.
Danny Rax would be proud of you.
We didn't get many snow days back in my day.
No, absolutely. But no, we do. We are going to continue to get into this Lions-Rams thing, and of course, didn't have D-Mac yesterday. We have D-Mac today. So D-Mac. Scott Klingler, Neal, it's snowing up here in North Branch. Wow, that sounds far away.
Yeah, North Branch does sound far away.
D-Mac, your initial kind of reaction. We have time. We have all week, to get into the particulars and the finite things. Just where are you at mentally? Where are you at emotionally with Lions-Rams?
Stoked, not scared, baby. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like, you got to want the heat to everything else, and we'll address, Stafford coming back, like you said, tomorrow and stuff like this. But this is the position that the Detroit's put themselves in, right? And it's unfortunate, right? The one thing, what did I preach last week? That no matter what coming out of Sunday, I wanted to be healthy. One of your key guys in Laporta's gone down. You're probably going to miss him, but different guys got to step up. I did like what I saw, defensively, got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back in there and stuff like this.
Easy's favorite.
What's that?
Easy's favorite.
Hold on.
If you go back, and somebody should cut from the live stream on Sunday, is I gave Easy a little bit. My whole thing is this is a society issue.
Yeah.
What's going on? You do not paint, right? You do not paint people with the same brush. Right, so my thing is, did anything C.J. Gardner-Johnson say out of character, or inconsistent to what he is to the dog that he brought? No, he's the dog in the yard that bark, 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 bark. Right. What I saw, and if you ask a former player, what is that? I saw him challenging himself, telling the world, like putting it out in the universe. This is my job. I'm coming back. What did you bring this guy in here for? You brought him in for everything like this. And here's the one thing where you first go, right? Is it out of character? Because then you look to the other leaders that lead different. Amon-Ra St. Brown more or less leads by example and leads in a way, right, that he's got to prove people wrong. That's how he leads. He ain't going to... What C.J. Gardner-Johnson was totally within the character of what he brings to this team. And I think you have to look at guys individually. I had absolutely nothing wrong. Like, he's wrong. And flat out, and I see, and it ain't about, and that's my opinion as the athlete. I saw what he's doing and motivating and stuff like this, and it's a different beast. You gotta treat different guys differently, right? The greatest part, I mentioned Scotty Bowman again, because that's where I go back to the psychologist part, and this is a psychology part, right? Is that you got to get the best. What buttons do you push to get the best out of all your players? And there's different buttons for different guys. So on that front, Neal, right, is the fact that I saw a lot of things, and here's one. I want the Rams, and I know they're playing good, and I know Puka Nacua just set the records, the rookie records, and all this, that, and everything else. But that's what you want. You want that smoke at home. It's going to be a tough game. We said in the last segment, you're going to go through a ton of emotions, just like if you watched the beginning of the show, Sam Flannel yesterday in our live stream with Michigan, go through. Hopefully it won't be that bad. But, this is everything you want.
And D-Mac, I've been the big proponent of this, right, where I wanted all this too because I wanted to put it all to bed. All of it. The Goff thing, the Stafford thing, the playoff thing. You can eliminate all. You win this game, and I'm not going to say like it undoes 30 years of brutality. It doesn't, but it makes me okay with it now. Now we have a baseline where we go from and we go from here.
You're gonna make 5 years or whatever else you're hanging on to the 0-16 season, all the deficiencies in the past of the Lions, if you do it through and going through the guy that couldn't get you to the promised land. There's something to it, right? The one thing that's not being said, two other things, right, is Jared Goff playing his former team, something to prove to them, Josh Reynolds and everything else. And the one thing I know that I wanted to mention, right, when I talk about culture and stuff like this, at the end of the game, you see force feeding Josh Reynolds. He wasn't getting, they tried to get him the touchdown for the bonus, but they couldn't. So they force fed him, right, to get that $250,000 bonus by getting the yards that he needed at the end of the game. That's culture. That's everybody on the same page, and I love to see it. And that's those little things that I like to see that you can't teach. Right, that it has to be culture in that way. So I think other than unfortunately losing Laporta, we got to see who's going to step up, right? But again, you want the smoke, and that's what the Rams are going to bring.
And they are, and I want it all. And look, I talked about it as we all get back on the highway together, like Michigan with Michigan State, Ferris State, Grand Valley State, everybody. As we all get back on that fan highway together. It's to me, it's I don't know how BMG. I don't know how you Michigan fans are going to be able to circle the wagons. Like you saw Sam Flannel on the screen.
I know.
Just emotionally empty, with nothing left to give. How are you going to circle the wagons again? Now, luckily, you guys have 6 days.
Yeah.
But how can you do that?
I don't even know. I texted you yesterday. I was like, now I literally can't even wait for Sunday night. It's going to be tough, but. Obviously, I think the Lions, not having been here in so long and how far this team's came, it's just you'll be able to pick up that momentum throughout the week, and then I'm going to be ready for Sunday, man. It's going to be electric.
I know, and D-Mac, too, if you look at it, like the battles that I've gotten into with a lot of our friends here at the network and the whole Jared Goff thing, people come at me and call me a Jared Goff slappy, which I thought it was okay to be a slappy for the second leading passer in the National Football League throughout a season with the 4th most touchdowns. Whatever, I digress. And I'll be fair with this. And Spenny and I will have our discussions as the week goes on. There might not be anybody with more in the middle of the table, like from a fandom perspective, than me. Because I'm real about this, D-Mac. What makes the NFL playoffs great is like second leading passer, 4th most touchdowns. Cool story, bro. It all resets. All of it. It all resets to the baseline. And that's it. It does. And it's even extra now. Now, the flip side of that coin, that cuts both ways. If he plays well, that cuts extra. But at the same time, you're resetting the deck for everything. Since the moment he got here, D-Mac, you're resetting the deck for everything.
And here's the one thing that you look at is your quarterback, right? Neal, your quarterback has been there before. He has playoff wins. He knows how to win playoff games. And it was just against who's your opponent's going to be. That's who he was playing with. So he can draw on his experience, right, through this week. There's a lot of guys in that locker room that haven't had this, but the excitement to be there and what it means moving forward and the accomplishments of what they can have in the season's right in front of them.
1,000%, man. But it is, and that is kind of, it is scary. I'm not going to lie, man. Like Sunday is going to be incredible. But scary's good.
Scary. Scary's good. At this part, it's new territory, and this is the smoke that you wanted. It's the same thing as going and playing Michigan, playing Alabama. Right? There's guys are scared, but too, it's going to be that type of game. It's going to be a one-score game. You're going to be behind. God forbid you're behind by 2 scores because freaking sky would fall. But there's that could happen. The whole thing is you have confidence in the game plan that your team's going to put forward.
I will say this, D-Mac. This is where, obviously, you being a former player, because I think that's why you and I vibe a lot, because we understand the inner workings of the game and being around it and stuff like that, how games aren't linear, how there's ebbs and flows, how calls even out, how games get called, get officiated, all that. We have an intimate understanding of it. This is where, like, for me about to go into this, again, kind of understanding the inner workings of it still, because I don't get this very often. Because we're kind of numb to it,
No, you
right?
opened your fandom up last week down in Florida, and now you can't shove it aside.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's okay, Neal. What do I always preach? Self-awareness. So you're self-aware that, holy cow, that little kid in me, the kid that's been the Lions fan for all years, no matter what my profession is, and I know I got to, speak on it, but no, screw it, because I'm a fan right now.
And that's where,
and I don't give a shit, because I'm always the fan or stuff like this, but you... Be excited. Embrace this, right? You worked so hard to get here. The blood, sweat, tears, everything. Bitch and moaning throughout this season, throughout other seasons, but you've been here, so let's embrace it.
Absolutely. And if you need insurance, there's something else you need to embrace.
You need to embrace it. Guys, we all got football. Look at the way the national championship had ended perfectly. The NFL starts their playoffs this weekend. It's also the perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. And why don't you do it like a pro, like Woodward Sports does? Shop it with Swiss Insurance. Give my buddy Mark a call, 248-800-4177, or go online, SwissINS.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Born in a cold winter basement, a lot like today, in Detroit, 3 buddies wanted more out of a game of rock, paper, scissors. They dug deep and they struck gold with Jack Labrador. With 2 new symbols and a 3-point play, once you go Jack, you'll never go back. 1 deck of cards, 3 new games of non-stop action. It's the perfect no-brainer gift for anybody. It's the perfect no-brainer card game to play all winter long. Look out there. Look out there. Let's play some cards instead. jacklabrador.gg or scan the code on your screen right now. It is Jack Labrador. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sport Network. We're going to reschedule with DeMontre Moore, so we'll do that maybe tomorrow or Thursday and get that knocked down. I am looking forward to speaking to somebody that played for Dan Campbell as a coach, and I want to ask a former player, D-Mac. Is he built for? I'm going to ask DeMontre. Is he built for this? Because I think I know where, based on the conversations we've had with him in the past, I think we know where he's going to go.
And also too, it'd be interesting. Somebody who knows Dan Campbell intimately from before. What's the evolution that he's seen?
That's a great question too.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'd want to see. Where do you see? We've all seen. Like I've seen him become a better coach, make better decisions. But what is that? Right, and I think it's just the comfortability, and a lot has to do with the buy-in. The one thing you can't argue, right, is that everybody in Allen Park in that organization's on the same page, and that's all you can ask for going to the playoffs. Right, it's like last night. We're in the live stream, and if you watch the Michigan defense, right, there'd be audibles on the line by Washington. You'd see 7 guys on the defense put their hands on their hat at the same time, whatever like this. And I looked at everybody and I said, I don't care if they're right or they're wrong, but they're all on the same page. That's all you can ask. That's how I feel about the Lions.
Absolutely. Well, it is that time.
Oh, yeah.
It is that time of the week, right? You know what it is. Oh, yes, friends. Rest. It is Tuesday. It is time for Rest in Peace. Well, you guys know where I'm going, so I don't have to go first. If there's somebody else that wants to go first.
No, you can go first.
You want me to go first?
You go first.
Rest in peace to Trevor Lawrence being a good quarterback. Can we stop with the Trevor Lawrence? I hear about him all the time. You hear about him. You see him on the commercials. You see him everywhere. And guess what? The playoffs are here. And who's not there? Trevor Lawrence is not there. Now look, it just goes to show you how fickle, quote-unquote, playoff wins can be. And he got one because he got to go up against Justin Herbert. So he got one. Good for him. I always hear about it. I never see it with this guy. Big games, big spots. You look up, he's got 190 yards passing and an interception. Every single time with this guy. I'm out and I'm done with the Trevor Lawrence thing. I'm finished with it, D-Mac. Leave him off the list. He's just regular. He's just a regular-ass quarterback outside the top 10.
Just a guy named Trevor.
Just a guy named Trevor with long blonde hair.
But
that's all he is.
There it is. We should have known. What does Uncle Terry always tell us? You need a big body ass on your defensive line. And where is your blonde Thor? In your middle linebacker, not at your quarterback. Thors aren't made to play quarterback. It's the blonde hair that's screwing them, right? But is he? So here's the thing: when you immediately bring that question up, I go, who do you choose, Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields? Who?
Well, Justin Fields, because there's still some upside there.
So that's
I know what Trevor Lawrence is.
So people that understand, okay, that's what you're saying. I want people to understand the clarity that you're not just Trevor doing it again. You're like, no, this guy isn't
what he is.
Isn't it?
I got one that you guys are gonna like. Some people are gonna be shocked, but R.I.P. to Matt Stafford's legacy as a Detroit Lion. Because on Sunday, Jared Goff is going to pass him as a better Detroit Lions quarterback.
This is Spenny saying that.
Jared Goff is going to win a playoff game. He's already won a division. So thus, he will be the better quarterback in Lions lore. Maybe not more talented, maybe not bigger arm, but
just
this
a better
Sunday,
quarterback.
He will be the better quarterback in the lore of the Detroit Lions, because he will have won the division, which Stafford has never done with the Lions, and he will win a playoff game, which Stafford has never done with the Lions.
This Michigan natty has really forced Spenny to go soul searching. I don't think Spenny got much sleep last night. He went deep
I'm not going to say
dive.
he's more talented. I still think
You weren't saying that.
Stafford
You're
is a
saying
more
better
talented,
quarterback.
but the better quarterback in Detroit Lions history will be Jared Goff based on his accolades.
So the best quarterback in Detroit Lions history?
No.
Who's better?
Some
Plum.
dude from the
Other than Milt Plum.
50s who won the championships.
Bobby Lane,
yeah. Bobby Lane, Eric Kramer.
Spenny, you know how I know you're right?
Easy guy.
I'll put him over Kramer, but not Bobby
Spenny, you
Lane.
know how I know you're right? Because friggin' Kat said it's a horrible take, so you must be right.
Yeah.
I'll go next. And you know what? I choose violence. Because I'm putting this guy in the box. I'm done with this guy. You wanna sit here and you wanna like badmouth my team and tell me that I'm a bunch of babies and stuff like this? I got no use for this guy right here. And if you can't see it on the screen,
yeah,
I need the picture of him. Dean Blandino, NFL officiating, who came on and mocked us. He mocked our Lions fandom, and that's an NFL official getting paid by Fox or whatever, telling us pretty much to grow up. That is a former NFL official saying, you know what? Us against the world. Screw you, Blandino, in a box. Like, this was disrespectful. And you know what? Karma's real. So you know what, guys? That call that we need, it's coming our way. You can't mock us, Dean Blandino, like you did. You're on my list, buddy. And you're not only on my list, you're in the box. Buried! Rest in peace, Dean Blandino.
Ooh, Dean Blandino.
That's a good one.
All right.
Mike?
I got another one, too. Are we doing a second segment? Because I got another one.
I mean, we can come back with one if you want. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm doing rest in peace to the college football season and rest in peace to Red Zone. My Sundays and Saturdays are going to be a lot more free.
God, it hits so hard.
Dude, why'd you do that to us? I just got...
Obviously, we still got the playoffs for the Lions. We're hopeful they can go far, but, man, Sundays are going to be empty. And, Neal, as you always bring up, the weather is terrible outside. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Rest in peace, Scott Hansen. I'm going to miss you. Till next year, buddy. Rest in peace, college football and Red Zone.
It's just... That is what's sad about last night. The end of the and like I love me some college football, D-Mac.
Oh yeah.
Love me some college football. It is sad when it's over. It's the only thing that makes the fall tolerable to me.
See, I'm more Mikey just slapped me right in the face with a fish.
Yeah, that's
right. Like the red zone's gone. We're done.
Can I do a bonus one real quick?
I like fall for like 4 days.
That's fair.
And then it's done.
Can I do a bonus one real quick?
Sure, go for it.
R.I.P. to hockey on the West Coast. Red Wings came over there and swept you motherfuckers.
Look
3 games.
Look at these guys
like
getting
that.
6 points on the West Coast.
Boys are buzzing.
They are buzzing.
The boys are buzzing. Now you're going to make me go check the standings. You guys do this
Swept
to
the
me.
Wings like they did last year.
I'm telling
West
you,
Coast trip.
what did I say last week? Right? And Neal, we looked at the schedule, and I said these next 10 games are going to make or break you, and it doesn't get easy to start the West Coast, but they're finding a way to win. Shout out to Alex Lyon. Getting the job done in
Shout
net.
out to Alex Lyon for sure.
100%. Because they
All
still hung them out to dry. Right? Holy cow.
So we are tied
It's
for
a
the
tough
last
watch.
spot. Tied
Right.
for the last
We
wild
got-
card spot.
Which
However,
is huge.
we are tied with the Devils, the Capitals, and the Penguins.
Irrelevant. Take care of your own.
And they all have the Devils and the Capitals have 2 games at hand, and the Penguins have 1 game at hand. We are 1 point ahead of Tampa Bay, but we have a game at hand in front of Tampa Bay. Tampa's struggling, man. You knew this was going to happen at some point with them, but
Well, they're sort of coming back. But here's the thing. When we looked at it, like, and this is like a week, right? We look at it a week ago where we're 3 points out, but got 6 teams to fight with. All you can do is take care of your business. Like this. Look at your last 10 games. Look at this. Look at that. So it doesn't get any easy to come Thursday. You got Jesus and Edmonton coming in, but you've done what you needed to do.
Really,
That's all I
like the
can
next
say.
10 games are going to be hard for the Red Wings. Like you always say, one game's more important. D-Mac, you always say the next one. So it's going to be a tough stretch. I mean, and this is what you got to do if you want to be a playoff team. So.
Oh, I did get this too from the Detroit Pistons this morning. Yeah, for those that haven't heard it. No, it's not that.
What the hell, BMG?
No, it's not that.
He just handed it out. Holy cow. This guy right here.
The Pistons put out a release. They said an MRI performed yesterday on Pistons guard Kate Cunningham confirmed a left knee strain. Cunningham will be reevaluated in 7 to 10 days, and an update will be provided as appropriate. So at least a week and a half out for Kate.
Yeah, but he missed anything major, so that is good. Same with Laporta. Laporta missed any major injury as well. So,
have you ever seen a season that's gone worse?
Yeah, no.
And I'm talking about everything.
Than the Pistons?
Yeah,
no. It's worse than the 100 lost Tigers, or almost 100 lost Tigers.
I mean, from the to losing's the baseline of it, obviously, but then the injuries, and it's not like it's something catastrophic where you're just like, well, what are you gonna do? He's got micro tears in his shins or whatever.
Yeah.
It's 10 games here, 8 games there, 6 games here. It's just, I have not seen a season like this before, D-Mac, in all Detroit sports.
Yeah, no, I mean,
those Tigers teams were just bad,
And from my experience, right, and this is the worst that it gets, but the only way out's through.
Yep,
so
you're right.
how are you going to use this? What's the old saying? You don't lose if you learn the lesson. So, but it is dire.
Augie Schmidt says, R.I.P. to Easy, due getting cooked by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I need you to bring me up, when we come back, can you bring me up to speed with everything that's going on there? I know of it, but I don't know of it.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. So, yeah, when we come back, we'll get the Easy C.J. Gardner-Johnson update. But hey, in case you haven't noticed, it's wintertime here in Detroit. Wintertime's always better with the comfort foods from Big Boy. The veal parmesan, the Southern Comfort chicken bowl. Oh, how about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes, they're back. The classic, the lumberjack, the Santa Fe garden, all the omelets that they have. Also, D-Mac, the apple pie hotcakes.
Oh, first.
What about topping it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert?
Dude, first thing I order. Gingerbread shake.
There it is. D-Max at home with Down Home Comfort Food. You can be too. Make sure you get to your local Big Boy. A Newsweek top restaurant chain of 2023. Get to your local Big Boy today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Are you tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports wearables? Well, we can solve that. Go to woodwardsports.com/merch. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Are you stoked, not scared? Like, for real, are you? Because if you are, you see that shirt up there on the screen. woodwardsports.com/shop. Get the stoked, not scared shirt. It's hoodie season. It's beanie season. It's going to be cold for the next 4 months, everybody. Get it in. woodwardsports.com/shop. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and Darren McCarty and Big Mike Gentry, and of course Spencer Rockstar as well. Just perusing around stuff that's going on. The Harbaugh stuff is still out there. People tweeting about it. In the sports books, Jim Harbaugh to coach in the NFL next year, -225. So there's that out
I'll
there.
believe it when I see it.
Well, you can get plus money on it.
Yeah.
If you can get paid for your opinion.
So, I mean, it's just they do it every year. He does it every year. I'll believe it when I see it. Every year, he's for sure going. Definitely gonna go. He's going. I swear he's gone. And then he's back. So we'll see. He's a tease. Harbaugh edges the NFL every year.
If I were Michigan, man, I would do it. 10 years, $200 million, guaranteed.
Where does this? I guess here's the question, right? Going into it, we know that we know that Michigan made an offer, right, or had an offer that Jim hadn't
There's
signed.
an offer on the table.
The right offer on the table. Where does that coming back? We're partying, we won, whatever.
Yeah.
Now this week I'm back at the university.
The reason
that has to go up, does it not? That offer that he walks into can't be the same offer as what it was left, no matter what it was. Keys to the everything, and right. What is the money they're going to give him to stay? I guess that's my question.
They should make him the highest paid coach in NCAA
history.
Yeah.
They should give him NFL money.
Yeah.
To be in college.
There's 3 reasons really why it's more prevalent this year than it has been in the past, even though he went and interviewed with the Vikings on National Signing Day a couple years ago. But is one, obviously, the NCAA stuff. Like, if it's him, it's like, why do I got to deal with this shit? I'll just go to the NFL.
Right.
That's a big one. 2 is him winning the national championship. It's like he's accomplished it. He's done. Now he can go try to chase the Super Bowl. And then 3 is that contract that's on the table. Because the reason it's not signed yet, or it didn't get signed yet, was the stipulation of the first year you can't go to the NFL. So those are the 3 things. But like I said, it happens every year. I'd be surprised if he goes to the NFL, but I don't know. I mean, I'm leaning towards he will, but he never does.
Reactions to rest in peace. This one's sad. Rest in peace to the Pac-12. That is sad. They were my backup. When the Mountain West, if they didn't have a Saturday night game, then I would chime in with the Pac-12. Nothing wrong with the little Arizona State Cal, if you're hard up for something that starts at 11 o'clock on ESPN2.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on.
Hey, shout out LFG. Houston Texans, worst to first, baby.
Who saw that coming?
A couple people.
Couple people saw that coming.
And we were laughed at.
We were, by one in particular. One expert handicapper.
Yeah.
Laughed at us.
Laughed at us.
You can laugh, bro. We deliver for the people.
It's out there.
Man, I was thinking about that.
Schultz was the missing piece.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Like, we hit the David Montgomery 10-plus tutties. That was a 4-1 get right. We mentioned the Houston Texans in passing. What did we say? But it's not a get right, but put your lunch on it. We'll get you 4 lunches. Remember UConn at the beginning of the NCAA tournament last year?
That was a good call.
Little 30-1 burger right there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That was a good call.
I haven't trained as a lawyer, but, whatever. Bada bing, bada boom. Rest in peace, Neal, talking about the damn 3-interception game against Bowling Green. Well, bada bing, bada boom, it should be rest in peace to whoever voted the man as a Heisman winner. That should be rest in peace.
That's fair.
And that's, thank you. That is fair. I don't care what anybody says. That's fair. All right, Spenny, bring me up to speed on this, because people are talking about it in the chat. And just bring me, where are we at right now with the easy C.J. Gardner-Johnson thing?
Okay, so it all started when I was born. No, it all started on Friday, I think.
It was a day just like today.
A day just like today. Now, and when CD made those comments to the media saying, like, he basically said, I'm back now. I didn't come to play in a rotation.
Yep, I know that. I knew.
The vet
okay.
is back. I'll give him a grace period, but then it's time. And Easy didn't like the comments. I didn't care about the comments, really. I thought I liked it. I like how Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, CD Deuce, expresses himself and how he is a vocal leader on and off the field. Easy didn't like it because he thought it was kind of, you want to be focused. You want to be dialed in with the playoffs right now, and that can provide a narrative that could, if he could be asked a question by a media member now, like, did you hear Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's comments? Easy didn't like that, and so we went at it for a while, and then he got involved on Twitter about Easy, and I said, come hash out the beef with Easy, and he said, like, $10K for me to be in a room with that guy, and I said, I have $3. And it's just
I'm a little short.
Yeah, it's just continued like that. That Easy wasn't a fan of the comments he made in the media. I didn't really care because I see him as one of the best players on the defense. I expected him to be back and be ready to play, and he was. He had the interception. He played well.
Yeah.
So
nothing more to say.
Yeah.
What do you got, D-Mac?
No, just reading what the people have to say and stuff like that. And my whole thing is, wait a second, what do you – wait, you're telling me – so you're telling me Malafalu's soft and he can't handle – like, what do you mean you want to question – right? The bottom line is that they're going to put out on defense whoever gives them the best chance to win and whoever's doing the job, right? So if it's Iffy, if it's John, whatever like this, to play it back. Johnson he hasn't played. He's been hurt. But this is why you brought him in there, to be that dog on that defense. And I think that, it can inspire guys. So if I wouldn't, like, whoever's going to be there to play gives you the best opportunity to win. Are we not sure that that's what Aaron Glenn's going to put out there on defense?
Mm-hmm.
And right, you expect C.J. Gardner-Johnson to be one of those guys.
And that was also Easy's take, was he agrees with Aaron Glenn to where if he is out there, he believes he's the right player, he's the better player to be out there at that moment. When I was saying, like, I think that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a better option than Iffy, even though he had some great games. Like, you brought this guy in, he earned the spot in the preseason, he was there. So and
who gives a shit as long as whoever's playing that position makes a play?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the bottom line? Right? That's the bottom line. So it's like, that's the veteran in Gardner-Johnson. Right? That's the veteran in him. He's been around. He can squawk and say that's my job and I'm coming back. But the bottom line is, you don't give it to him, he's got to earn it back. Duh.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Matt says, is there still 6 auto bids in the new playoff without the Pac-12? Yes, the 6 highest rated conference champions will get in. And there will be a group of 5 representative as well. And the first round will be at campus sites. Then they'll work in all the bowls. Because I saw somebody in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread that said,
wow.
What?
Titans fired Vrabel. That is your next coach
at the Patriots.
Of the New England Patriots.
No doubt.
100%.
Belichick to Atlanta?
Belichick to Atlanta? Ooh. Nah.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I think Ben Johnson would be a good fit in Atlanta, personally.
Where the players play.
Draft a quarterback, have all those weapons. I think that was good.
Thank you. I just wanted to be acknowledge me.
I said this on Heavyweights a couple days ago, that Vrabel's going to get the head coach spot. They're going to sign Wes Welker as the offensive coordinator because he's the wide receivers coach for Miami right now. And then they're going to keep
Edelman's coming out of the booth.
Yeah, they're going to keep Gerard Mayo as the DC, and it's just going to be all former Patriot legend coaching staff.
Andrew Schmidt, now there'll be West Coast games in all conferences. I know, but the Pac-12 and the Mountain West. And, oh, by the way, Louis says, Neal, Boise State landed the number 1 guy, Malachi Nelson. That's right, in the transfer portal. So fire up Mountain West. I know, but it's just like it made everything right. It made the get-rights be right when we had to have them on Saturday nights. It's just when I knew where I was going. At 11 o'clock, I'm on CBS Sports Network, D-Mac. And if there's not a game on, it's ESPN2 when Cal's playing somebody.
OMG. Does that mean that the Tuesday before college football season, we're going to have to put the get-right to bed? Or is the get-right going to adjust?
No. Is it
going to get harder?
The get-right's 53 and 21.
You don't have the whack to...
No, because the games will still speak to me. The fundamentals of it don't change. Remember, I don't pick the games. The games pick me.
Him. Yep.
That's it.
See, I don't do the get-right, so I don't understand.
No.
Yeah.
I'm the chosen one.
I just know that it's big, and if you bet with Neal, you make money. Like, lots of money. Like, extra furnace money.
Yep. And then when I collaborate, it gets even better. Like when BMG and I say, man, 10 plus TDs Montgomery. Yeah, we'll get it to you by Thanksgiving, too. Okay, yeah. How about that?
Just in time for Christmas,
Oh, the layaway plan, too. Wow.
Just
Love
in time
it.
for Christmas.
Robert Colosia, Mountain West, bitches. Go Aztecs. They did get rid of Brady Hoke. Remember when Brady Hoke was a coach at Michigan?
We don't want to talk about that.
Remember that?
We don't have to remember that anymore.
We don't.
No, I don't.
No, it was funny. Michigan needed a guardian at that time.
Oh, no doubt they do. Now, you might also need a guardian for whatever it is you need. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real expert professional technicians who take the time to recommend secure and automated solutions specific to your needs. But I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. The number, 1-800-STAY-OUT. 24/7 professional monitoring, calling time, day or night. No other Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. But I need you to call the number. 1-800-STAY-OUT. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Business, pleasure. It don't matter. Guardian's got your back. Give them a call today. 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Stay out of, I don't know. Good job, Michigan.
Stay on the loss column, Red Wings. We're getting it pushing again.
Let's go. Guardian Alarm. Local security reacts with Selm. Big D Energy. We sent you.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
When you run a great business for over 50 years, you expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want, lesstanford.com.
Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and D-Mac and Mike Gentry and Spencer Raxter as well. Ryan Ermanni's here early all of a sudden with burgers.
I know, Hunter
House burgers.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're good. They are good.
Oh, Hunter House is the spot.
Yeah, it is the spot. It absolutely is the spot.
I was what's the other one called? Telway. I was a Telway
Miller's?
guy. Telway. That was more. That was closer to my house than Hunter House, so I used to go to Telway a lot.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely mess with
it. Telway.
Yeah.
That is true.
Chocolate cream.
Spenny had a great question, and I feel like this is something that A, I want the answer to, and B, it's going to be a really good segment that we may have to revisit later on in the week. And I'm curious about this from the national perspective and locally as well. And Spenny asked a question: what's the bigger storyline? Jared Goff getting a chance to beat Sean McVay, or Stafford playing his first ever playoff game in Detroit, but he couldn't do it as a Lion? Your gut. What's a bigger storyline to you, D? What's more juicy? Because I feel like the Sean McVay thing has more juice to it. He sent him away. He sent Jared Goff away and said, "You're not good enough. Get out of here." Even though they had gotten to a Super Bowl with them. To me, that's got more juice to it than Stafford coming back in Detroit.
Nationally?
Yes.
Maybe, but locally, no. It's about beating Matt Stafford and beating the guy that you drafted to be the Messiah to take you to the promised land. right? Like they're both there. I think we're more focused on beating Stafford and the fact that they're, as much as people, when he went to the Rams for the Super Bowl and they cheered him to go get his Super Bowl, right? I understand that, but now he's enemy territory, and the only way out is through. And sometimes you got to go through, your so-called whoever was supposed to be your Messiah to get you there. That's wrong. So, but nationally, I think that, that sort of gets not under the rug, but is not as much steam around here because we're more focused on Stafford coming back.
And I agree with you 100% on that. Here, locally, the Stafford thing is the thing. And tune in tomorrow to tomorrow's show, because I'll give you my little piece. I'll speak my piece on the Stafford thing, and it wraps up into the football game. And D-Mac, I kind of previewed this to you guys over the weekend in the chat thread. It could get emotional. Let's just say it like that. So, but to me, it's definitely the Stafford thing, because we still deal with it to this day. Remember the before the Lions played their first game under Holmes and Campbell. And then even all throughout that year, when they started out 1-6, and we're like, oh, shit, here we go again. The one thing you had in this business, and guys, look, like I'm honest about this, unlike some other people that are in this business, the one thing you had in your back pocket that you could go to in case of emergency was you could just sprinkle the Stafford dust on the microphone. And it took off like wildfire all the time, because it was one of those unique arguments, D-Mac, where I know what side I'm on with it, but it was still one of those unique arguments where I think that both sides are right. In the end, I think both sides are right.
Well, in the deal that they made, when you're going to make that deal, right, and we go back to the trade for there was 2 deals made. There was a trade for Goff and also the fact for the first-round picks. But both teams, it was hey, can both things be true that both teams won out, right? They both benefited, right? Stafford got a Super Bowl, right? And we got Jared Goff, who's led us, to a home playoff game, first time in 30 years and stuff like this. So we have to win, right? Now the bottom line. And a lot of times the way that the universe and things are presented is like, oh yeah, so you want to do it? You got to do it through your old teammates or through guys that we all thought Stafford was the one that was going to take us to the promised land. Fortunately, he didn't. Now it's got to be Goff. And, like Spenny said earlier, as far as Goff beats Stafford, he's the best quarterback the Lions have had. He's the better quarterback. We're not talking about talent.
Except for Milt Plum.
Right, exactly. But getting you there.
Never forget.
And Bobby Lane.
But for those of you that missed it.
in your lifetime.
Yeah. For those of you that missed it, by the way, I encourage you. It was about 30 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm.
Spenny kind of opened up his soul a little bit. And Spenny, I can tell already here on... I was getting the same vibe off Sam Flannel yesterday. What? Just like the nervous energy. Your soul is opened right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be an emotional disaster on Sunday.
You have literally just laid it all out there.
This is the most important game of my life.
Yes.
Like, by far. This is, for the Lions. So, yeah, I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
And you've doubled down.
Yeah. It's going to be bad. Me and Booner are going to be in our spots. I heard the Jack Labrador guys are going to send us some food. I'm sure D-Mac will be here. It's going to be a good
right
watch
over
party.
Your shoulder.
Yeah.
Trying to keep everybody calm, trying to tell you the ebbs and flows. And
we all have response. Like, are you starting to feel? I'm starting to feel it right now. Like the hair on my arm is starting to go up, and it's Tuesday.
I still haven't came to terms with that it's happening. Like, I haven't sat down and be like, the Lions are hosting a playoff game on Sunday.
Because the Michigan thing was kind of a little bit of a distraction and all that kind of stuff. But it's getting real. And D-Mac, we all have roles to play, right? We got to be around the ones that have been in the mud, that are most emotionally vulnerable. You'll be here for Spenny and the crew. You guys know I'll be with my guy, Terminal Dennis. That he can't.
How's he doing?
He's happy. He's a Michigan fan, so he's happy about the Michigan thing. But he knows. He said it himself. Direct text from him. I am not emotionally prepared for any of this.
Roger
See, I love your self-awareness. See, your self-awareness, his self-awareness. The fact that you're not trying to be tougher than now. It's like you're ready to embrace what happened. That's part of it. That's part of the journey and stuff like that. That's why, like, last night was just a warm-up.
Yeah.
It was a warm-up for everybody circling the wagons for when we'll all be here, no matter what our school is.
What'd you have, Spenny?
I was going to say, Roger Horvat said Spenny needs to chew some gummies before the game. I'm definitely going to need a couple gibbers.
I got you.
Couple gibbers to make it through.
I got you.
Thank you.
Just to get on an even level.
Yeah.
Like, you'll need it. And it's not even for you to, like, relax. It's just so you can be down to normal.
Stoughton coach also says they're hosting a primetime game. It's Sunday night.
With some of the other shows tournament. Well, D-Mac, with the next day at some of the other shows here tournament, a holiday the next day. Well, it's Sunday night. That's a different theme.
Don't matter.
Bring Carrie Underwood out.
Are you ready for some football?
Sunday night party.
Like this, guys. Like,
it's crazy.
Got the Lions and Rams.
And think about it this way. You know what I kind of feel like. D-Mac, you know what this kind of feels like. The more I get into it.
Hell yeah.
In Rocky 3. You want to break me down? I'm afraid. I'm afraid of losing what I got. Like, I got the hat. I got the hat.
I am afraid.
I'm afraid of losing the hat.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's where you have to start. Until you're self-aware to that. Now it's putting on the armor and going, buddy, hey, you know what? The only way out's through. You look to your left, you look to your right, and we're going to all do it together.
I'm afraid. You want to break me down? I'm afraid.
I got you. That's
I don't want to lose what I got.
Left and right.
It's true.
I don't want to lose the hat.
I feel you, Rock.
Because the hat, if they don't win, the hat means less.
It doesn't mean much. It still means something, but it
doesn't.
It doesn't mean.
But it
much.
doesn't mean anywhere near what it meant before.
I don't know much.
That's part of it. That's how you get the. Hey, Stoke not scared. You got to get out of the scared.
Can we have a therapy session when we come back? The last segment.
Sure.
Give me your therapy. Give it to me in the chat.
You know where we get our therapy, D-Mac.
Oh, absolutely. You
From the Don.
You can start the year lifted. What do I mean? Visit Dispo Dispensary today for exclusive new deals experience. Dispo Dispensary, a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. New year, new deals, same plug. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Lions fans, the moment you've been waiting for. After 30 years, the playoffs are here in Detroit. Join Woodward Sports for the Ultimate Lions VIP tailgate this Sunday. Hosted by Bullseye Event Group. Sponsored by Spenny's new favorite. You know it. Long Drink. As the Lions take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Feud, music, excitement, a chance to witness history. Let's work together down at Easter Market, shed number 5. You know that's where it goes down. Go to Bullseye Event Group today SportsOwn.com to get your tickets, and we'll see you down there on Sunday night.
All right, final segment of the show, Big D Energy. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Crazy Clown. Only losers will be scared of the Rams and Stafford. Winners know they will win. Crazy Clown, it's not that I'm scared of the Rams. I'm not scared of Matt Stafford. And this is human nature, I feel.
Don't act like they don't have a good offense, Crazy Clown.
Fair.
They have a fantastic offense, a lot of weapons.
But again, and my ultimate confidence lies in Penei Sewell. And as we get closer, I'm going to tweet out that picture again. The moment it all changed, because remember this, never forget this, guys. The moment this whole thing changed was when Penei Sewell got in the mix with Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it changed to me, D-Mac, because that was a seminal moment for this team, to where that was Aaron Donald. You don't mess with Aaron Donald. Like you don't do that. Well, Penei Sewell does whatever he wants. And that's where I come back to, D-Mac. That's what gets me.
And we'll see. And there's one of the matchups, obviously. Yeah, I mean, the Rams are playing their best football of the year. So you better best believe you better be playing yours. So they match up real well. We'll get into it tomorrow.
And the Lions are playing good football right now.
Absolutely. And you're at home and you've done everything. I don't know if you know this, but it is the playoffs in the NFL, and maybe we're not used to it, but usually it's the good teams that make it, not the bad ones, boys and girls.
Ryan, this Michigan team is immortalized. They won a natty.
Yeah,
absolutely. They won a national title. Again, still some work to do to get on the level of some other teams, and that's not moving the goalposts. That's just a statement of fact. Nobody can take this away from you. No asterisk, no vacating wins, none of that, because it happened. I watched it, and you'll never have to apologize for that. Not from me. You'll never hear me talk like. You think Spartan fans will do that, Spenny? The day it gets vacated?
No, I mean some will. Some will. I won't.
Yeah. So you're a man of integrity. You know what you saw yesterday.
I know what I saw. They're the best team in the country this year.
Yes.
Can't take it away from them. Some will, for sure.
Yeah, so only way out is through, no doubt.
I love it, Jake. Jake says, I already got my outfit laid out for Sunday. I love it, bro. Absolutely. I'm going through what...
God, dude, it's so crazy.
Hey, make sure you bring your best.
Yeah.
Your luckiest.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'm going to wear the division championship shirt with the Penei Sewell jersey over it.
There you go.
I don't know who just said it, but right, the caveat, the only way out is through, and sometimes it's through your past.
Damn.
Poignant. Wish I paid attention to who said it, because that was very
it was very
apropos.
Good. It was very good.
That was a good one.
I feel like this already, and it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, but you're supposed to, because it's new territory. I mean, you're just not supposed to tell your wife that you're more excited for Sunday than you were your wedding night. So, but don't do that.
100%.
I know. I said, oh, she's not watching. She's
no,
working.
Yeah, there's no chance.
No, but the other last week she was off work, so she wasn't watching.
Yeah, I can.
No, I know.
I'll be quiet.
This is most.
But when she leaves,
this is one of the most exciting. Maybe we'll touch on that tomorrow. Where do you put this game as far as the excitement? Everybody's talking about it. I got Jake putting his outfit out, spending thinking about it. It's bigger. It's an event.
It is an event.
It's an event.
And we got the night game. We got to sit around all day.
All day. Got to watch. You know
how many gummies?
I'm not a gummy guy.
What time's the first gummy?
No, Neal. What you want to ask him is how many milligrams will you need?
Yeah.
When's the first one get in the system? Give me a time.
Oh, it's going to be right when I wake up.
Yeah, he's going to throw a little 10 or 20 in there just to get the system rolling.
Rip some joints. I'll be good to go.
Absolutely.
So upon awakening.
D-Mac gave me a little Christmas gift, so I'm going to wake up. I'm going to roll myself up a nice doober. Start the day off with a coffee and a doob.
And I gave you championship weed, too.
You did, yeah.
I did. I gave you, winning weed, playoff weed. I didn't give you the bunky shit.
I appreciate that.
You got it.
No Snickle Fritz.
Nope, no Snickle Fritz.
All right. Everybody get ready. Tomorrow, we go into it, and we'll do it. So thanks for tapping in. For D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Baxter. My name is Neal Ruhl. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.